Hey Virgo, thanks for checking out your March 2021 Love and Romance reading. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you are sick and tired of all of us tarot readers that do nothing but love readings, all we care about is love, you came to the right channel, but you clicked on the wrong video. Okay, my dears? For those of you that don't know, every single week I do a weekly forecast for all the zodiac signs where we talk about everything except for love. Spirituality, career, money, family, healing, all that good stuff. But this is going to be the love reading. So in this reading, we're going to see what's happening for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the area of love and romance. One more shuffle, and let's do it, my darlings. I'm getting the number 7 around you guys, Virgo. So when Spirit shows me the number 7 before I go into a reading, it tells me that you're ignoring some messages that your angels and guides are bringing you through your intuition, and you're being asked, listen to your intuition, trust your intuition here. Okay, we're going to go a little bit deeper as we look into the cards, but the first card here is the King of Wands. Okay, King of Wands could mean that some of you are dealing with a fire sign person. A fire sign would be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. Okay, this could also, however, be, my dear, that you might be feeling very much like you want to take the lead in a situation and there's an opportunity and you want to go for it. You might even be in like this hot-blooded energy where you're like, act now, think later, right? Figure it out later. But the thing about the King of Wands is, even though he's a risk taker, he takes risks in a very intelligent way. Right? He's very successful. Some of you might be attracting this kind of personality, or you may be stepping into this personality. King of Wands is the self-made man, right? I say man, but it could also be lady or woman. I'm saying man because we have a man on the card. But this is someone who is very independent, very confident, very attractive, physically, people are kind of, turned on by this person. This is also someone who is very driven, very ambitious, has, goals in life, and they're going after it. So you might be looking for this kind of partner or manifesting this kind of partner. You might be taking the lead in a relationship in terms of getting the fire back or getting the spark back for some of you. The King of Wands for me in my readings, depending on the other cards that come up with it, can sometimes mean that there's a dynamic here where you're dealing with a very significant lover, okay? So when it comes to a lover, this might be someone that you have companionship with, you have a strong connection with, but you might have two very separate lives, okay? It doesn't mean that it has to be a third-party situation. It could just mean that you all come together and you have your magic together, but you're not really involved with their friends and family. They might not be involved with your friends and family. You guys have your own little world that you kind of escape to, and it could be a relationship that doesn't necessarily blossom into traditional marriage or maybe even living together, but there could be a significant lover. Okay, that could be the message in some cases. And so maybe some of you Virgos are feeling like that's what you want. You're like, I want the companionship, I want the connection, but I also want my own space, right? So some of you might be kind of re-examining what you're looking for when it comes to love and romance. Your next card here, my darlings, is the World, and this is a major arcana card. So when the major arcana cards come up, we're at a significant crossroads. Okay, there's a significant defining chapter that we're stepping into, and the World is about completion of a karmic cycle, completion of a karmic lesson. You passed the test, you never have to repeat it again, and now is the reward period. Now is the reward period of where you get to be seen and appreciated and loved and celebrated. There's a sense of like being comfortable in your own skin when the World card comes up. And so there's like this sense of feeling confident, feeling good about you, and feeling ready for attention. So to have the World card follow the King of Wands tells me that most of you are in this energy where like you're ready for the physical aspect of love with an emotional connection. Maybe some of you had some insecurities about your physicality. Maybe you had some things that you were being too hard on yourself about your body, or some things that maybe you were considering to be like a disability. But now you're realizing that, hey, you know what? There's parts of me that are pretty great, right? Like you're seeing the beauty in your body, you're seeing the beauty in your physicality, you're seeing what you have to offer, and you're feeling like ready or worthy of that connection. Where maybe some of you in the past have felt a little bit self-conscious, and maybe it's hindered you in your love life. Maybe it's kind of made you feel insecure, or maybe you had just kind of lost interest. You could be going through like a root chakra opening up here, which is kind of getting you back in that feisty, fiery energy. But the World card here is like you're healed. You're healed. You're ready for attention. You're ready for appreciation. You're ready to be seen. So some of you are even kind of like putting yourself out there in some kind of way. Either taking the initiative in an existing relationship where you're setting the tone and you're setting the mood, and you're kind of like in a playful way, like enticing your spouse or your partner. Or you might be putting yourself out there if you're single, where you're like, all right, I'm ready to meet somebody. I'm going to put myself out there. You know, I'm going to just like make it known that I'm single and ready to mingle. You know, this kind of energy. The next card here, my darlings, is the Nine of Wands. Okay. So Nine of Wands answers two questions for us. Two big questions that come up in love readings a lot of the times. One is how much longer? And the next question is, how do I know? How will I know who my person is? Or how do I know who to let in? How do I know who not to let in? This is why people want to know, oh, what color is their hair? And what color is their eyes? And what is their sign? And how are we going to meet? And what month are we going to meet? Oh, we got that smoke coming up. We got confirmation. The candle went out. So this is something people like want to know, like, how do I know the right person to let in? Oh, Amethyst, just tell me what they look like so I don't waste my time and I don't let in the wrong person. I get that question all the time. The Nine of Wands lets us know two things. Number one, in terms of timing, you're almost there. You're so very close. You're almost there. Some of you have been dealing with a karmic cycle, and this is the month that you're finally putting an end to it. This is the last round, and you're going to have that World card energy. It's going to be done. You're closing out the chapter. You're so close, almost there. Okay. For those of you who want to know about how do I know I don't want to let in the wrong person, oh, my darlings, my darlings, my darlings, my darlings. The whole purpose of that whole cycle you went through of having the wrong relationships, or you know, letting in the wrong ones, it's for us to learn to trust our intuition and to trust our experience. You might be, Virgo, coming into your whole kind of experience here in love where you've completely surrendered it, and you're like, I'm taking the spiritual approach, and I'm not judging a book by its cover, and I'm not judging anybody's past, and I'm not judging anybody's path. You can be non-judgmental, but do it in a way that doesn't make you a sitting duck, my dear. Okay? Think about that. Let that marinate. When the Nine of Wands comes up, you have been through some battles, okay? Every single one of these wands is somebody who came up to him and challenged him. And he got knocked up in the meantime. He's got that bandage around his head. He's got that bandage around his arm. But he's still standing. Every one of those sticks came from somebody. He's minding his own business. They came. They wanted to take him down. They wanted to take what he had. And he fought. He took their stick away. He stuck it in the ground as like a victory. Right? A victory of that battle. And he's alert. Who else is coming for me? Who else has, you know, something going on here? And so he's alert. And the message of Nine of Wands is, you have had your battles, right? There is nothing new under the sun anybody can come at you with. You've seen every lie, every trick, every red flag, every manipulation, right? Every mind game. You know it. You've seen everything, every trick in the book. There's nothing new under the sun anybody can come at you with. So the Nine of Wands is saying, you have to take that stand. You have one more stand to take here to show that you have learned, right? So when somebody comes in and you're giving them a chance, you don't have to be afraid if you're being alert. Because the second you see, oh, you know what? That reminds me of that chick Sarah I used to date, or that reminds me of that guy John I used to go out with. Wow, I'm seeing so many similarities here. What a warning. Let me nip this in the bud. Let me take a step back. Let me not do that anymore. Right? Let me put an end to this now. That way you don't get pulled in and waste months or years of your life going back and forth with somebody who is no good for you. But you have to take that step, Virgo. You have to take that step to end that cycle to where you can say, oh, wow, here I am being presented with this scenario again. Nope, I'm not in that agreement anymore. I don't accept that contract. That's when we can have the Ace of Cups moment where we turn over the karmic leaf and we tell the universe, I'm done learning through pain. I'm ready to learn through happiness. I'm ready to learn through joy, right? I know what love looks like, or I know what love doesn't look like, and that right there doesn't look like love. I'm not going to allow that into my life. So instead of like waiting for this person to fall from the sky and for like this beam of light to shine down on them and the birds and the angels are all, you know, chirping and singing and oh, like here's your person, instead of being in that energy, right, or waiting for that, you're shifting the energy by taking that stand. This is what I don't accept. This is what I don't accept into my life. I've learned my lessons. When we can prove that to the universe, right, we shift the energy and now we receive the relationship that we deserve or the person that we deserve. Those of you where you're trying to heal a relationship, you're very, very close. You're almost there, right? But it might be requiring that you're taking the lead here with the King of Cups energy. Your partner may be almost there, but not quite getting it. So you're kind of helping them get what they're not getting. Instead of expecting them to figure it out or to read your mind, you're kind of showing them, right? Like, this is what I need kind of thing. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Eight of Wands, and this is communication. This is blockages being removed. This is fast moving energy. This is passion, fire, attraction. Okay, this is positive change, positive movement forward. Virgo, you guys might be a little bit impatient right now, right? And so you might be in the energy here with that Nine of Wands, especially where you've already figured it out. Show me something good or get out of my way. That might be your approach right now when it comes to love. But I like it because it feels very feisty to me. It feels very empowered to me. And I feel like you guys are taking charge of what you want, especially when it comes to what you're comfortable with physically, like with your body. And that's a good thing, because you never want to be in a situation or in a relationship where you're doing things that you're not comfortable with. Okay, some of you, oh gosh, I don't want to talk about this, but it's being given to me, so I have to talk about it. I feel some of you have felt kind of awkward or insecure when it came to physical intimacy, but you might be finding certain, I don't know if modalities is the right word, approaches, styles, as well as physical positions that are making you feel more confident or more comfortable. I feel some of you are realizing, as you're looking back at your previous relationships, you felt weird because maybe you were with people that kind of like triggered these insecurities or triggered things from your life that caused you to have those insecurities. But I feel there's this sense of like confidence, taking back your power. Some of you might even be like researching physical intimacy. And like I said, I used the word modalities, but you know, some of you maybe are finding ways to spice things up, or ways of like things that you feel comfortable with, because there's different approaches, you know. And maybe some of you are getting into like role playing. Maybe some of you are getting into I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say, and I don't want to get too spicy here. I don't want to get everybody all worked up. But some of you might be looking at that kind of stuff. You might be. It's like you feel like it's time for you to just kind of there's the Marvin Gaye song. I'm not allowed to say the word on YouTube, but you know, blank healing. Some of you are looking into ways of incorporating the physical intimacy here in your healing, like to heal your physical side. Very interesting. Okay, Virgo. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Judgment card. Okay, a major arcana card. So the major arcana cards come up when we have big decisions to make. Okay, sometimes in a love reading, depending on the other cards that come up with it, it tells me that you're dealing with somebody that might be on a lower vibration or lower frequency than you, and they may be taking you off your path in your life. But I don't feel that for you guys. I don't feel like you're dealing with someone who's taking you off your path. I think you've been there, you've done that. It's happened in the past, and now you know what your path is. But the universe is asking you to solidify that decision by not going back to the old pattern, by not going back to the old way, right? It's like you made the right choice. Now you have to stay the course. Don't go back to the old energy. Some of you could even be moving forward with this new person, this new relationship, and you may have people from the past falling out of the woodwork all of a sudden, wanting to see you, wanting to talk to you. And you're like, oh, well, maybe they learned their lesson. But some of these people are the same people that made you have those insecurities, or made you uncomfortable with your body, or made you feel not safe in a relationship, or made you feel powerless in a situation. So okay, great if they learned their lesson, but why go back to that? Why go back to that? Keep moving forward. Okay, Virgo? Be in your power. You might want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos, or your Venus sign. Some months that might resonate with you more, or it could add a little extra information. You might find things in those that resonate and kind of help you put more things together. You might need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. You will also find, and you will also see, my dears, a lot of things coming up here in terms of like the podcast and all that good stuff. So let me know in the comments what areas you guys want me to cover. I feel like the next thing I'm going to talk about is probably going to be manifesting, because that's like a common thing that a lot of people have a hard time with. But I'm hoping the first week of March I'll have that next podcast episode up. But we're going to figure it out, my dears. Let me know what you want me to go into deeper detail outside of the videos, and I'm happy to do that for you guys. Take care. Don't forget to watch the weekly forecasts. Take care.